The NBA season has come down to this. This is it. For all the marbles, Game 7 of the NBA Finals. We're at Chesapeake Energy Arena in downtown OKC. Tonight, it's the Oklahoma City Thunder taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Hi, everyone. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, we look at the Thunder coming in. They know what's at stake. This is it. One game to decide the NBA Finals.
Well, here we are. This is what you dream about. A Game 7. A one-game series for the NBA championship. This has been one heck of a thrilling ride so far. I'm just so grateful to be here courtside to watch this happen in front of my own eyes. This has really been a dream come true.
Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. Fires the three. Westbrook bothered just enough on that one. Butler to Tobias Harris. Butler to Simmons. Here's a chance from long range. Not a good shot there as he misses it. To Westbrook. Here comes the screen. Driving right to the basket. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Oh, he can't connect. Redick. Butler guarded by Russell Westbrook. To Embiid. For three, they have to keep him in their grasp.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start dragging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Russell Westbrook with the rock. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. It's Embiid with the rebound. Simmons into the front court. Up by three. Butler. Couple of cracks at the line now.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Tobias Harris has got two shots coming. A career 81% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Down to Westbrook. Oh, Russell Westbrook. 2 of 4 now.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Butler to Embiid. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
There's a fine line between being active and being a detriment. You don't want to keep giving up extra possessions.
Joel Embiid, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 77% at the line. First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Russ at the controls. To George. Takes stock of the floor. George, tough matchup against Butler. Oh, Russell Westbrook. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively, he makes those clutch shots. It re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Westbrook with it. The score 10-8. Now pass stolen by the Sixers. To Tobias Harris. Tough looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
George, his first effort off the mark. Redick with it. The score 12-8. Now pass taken away by the Thunder. Oh, he missed a short one there. To Butler. Going to launch beyond the arc. Tobias Harris is going to get 3 shots here, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. And he hits the second. No good. Made the first 2, missed the last. To Schroeder. Joel Embiid, huge block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Has a chance. Felton unable to get that shot to go. McConnell throws it up. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To McConnell. Tosses. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal. Wide open look, won't go.
And as a shooter, this is when you start to second-guess your shot. You've had 3 wide-open shots that you just can't put through the net, but still, keep hunting your shot.
To Embiid. Joel Embiid. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
This comes down to great execution, both on the offensive and defensive end of the floor. Let's see if they can carry this into the second quarter.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. To Schroeder. Lets it fly from long range. Not going down here. McConnell. Nice pass to set things up. Jeremy Grant tips it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Nader sizing up Butler. To Schroeder. The drive right to the basket. In a flash. Scores at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Looking for his man. Joel Embiid. 3 for 4. Good start.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
Schroeder. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal. Terrific vision. T.J. McConnell lays it in.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy lays.
Now a steal by Philly. To McConnell. They'll go to Butler, down low. From the painted area, won't go down. And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Time to shuffle things up. Schroeder. Here comes the screen. Jimmy Butler with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
The Thunder have the possession. Short jumper off the mark. Butler into the front court. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. Jeremy Grant sends it away. Now pass stolen by the Sixers. 1 quarter down in this deciding Game 7, and we're back after this. You're tuned into the NBA Finals on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Schroeder with the basketball, trailing by 15. Oh, emphatic slam.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Sixers have the basketball. And the slam. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Paul George, he is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
To Embiid. Shot from the lane won't go. Oh, they called a foul, Jay.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Substitution being made in this one. George matched up with Jimmy Butler. To Schroeder. From long range. Sixers with the rebound. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Thunder. George knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Butler, tough matchup against George. Redick to Simmons. Driving right to the basket.
Oh, he sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. And draws the foul.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Dennis Schroeder at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 82%. First one goes down. Able to convert on both free throws. Sixers control it. Simmons. Beyond the arc for 3. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions. Jeremy Grant at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Career mark of 64%. Unable to connect on the free throw. Butler against the former MVP. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Butler can't get the bounce. To Westbrook. Ben Simmons sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To Paul George. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Ben Simmons has got 2 shots coming. 56% for his career. First try at the line, no good. Good bounce back, hits the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. To Monroe. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Paul George, terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Westbrook with the basketball. Down 8 to George. Fires the 3, and Paul George, not sure why they left him that wide open. Takes advantage.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Simmons to Butler. 4-3. The rebound belongs to Oklahoma City. Westbrook across the timeline. 5-point game. Off the mark. No good. To Paul George. Has a look. Shot by George. Misses. To Butler. Cashes in for 2.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Oklahoma City ball. George. And it's Monroe with the rebound. To Butler. Thunder have it. PG lets it fly. Cleans it up. The rebound belongs to the 76ers. Redick with it. His team up by 7. Jimmy Butler, 3 for 6 now.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
To George. And the basket good at the rim.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Simmons to Butler. Ball's tied up. We'll get a jump ball. After the tie-up, they're in position for the jump ball. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Simmons with it. Up by 3. Over and back. Westbrook. Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. Redick. They'll go to Butler. Down low. To Tobias Harris. Fires the 3, and he buries it. Russ at the controls, and a whistle.
A simple touch foul.
Westbrook to Paul George. Here comes the screen. The drive. Right to the basket. Yes. And the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Paul George Trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Missed it at the line. Simmons with it. 4 points the differential as we come up on halftime. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
The free throw good as he completes the three-point play, and the lead is up to 9. Can't connect from inside. Picked up by the Thunder. We are at halftime in Game 7. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Harris couldn't keep it in. Out off Tobias Harris. All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. It's PG for 2. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy.
All right, you got the first bucket of the second half. Now get a stop because, honestly, that's where your troubles were in the first.
Embiid to Redick. Thunder have it. Jeremy Grant sizing up Butler. Joel Embiid rejects it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Deep left corner. Baseline drive. Tobias Harris able to recover with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
George buries it on the catch and shoot.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Nothing's going to stop him in pursuit of the basketball. Here's a chance from long range. Where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Nice pass to set things up.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
To Tobias Harris. And Jay, they called the foul.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Harris lobs it up. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Tobias Harris. It's Russ at the controls. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Ah, the element of surprise on multiple fronts there. Well played.
That is great vision to set it up. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Russell Westbrook at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He struggled so far. Off the mark on his free throw. Big man, Steven Adams. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down. To Redick. Count the bucket for 2.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show because that's what you're watching right now.
Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. To Adams. Joel Embiid snatching it out of the air.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To George. Can't connect. Embiid to Simmons. Oh, Ben Simmons. Not shaken for the early struggles. Maybe this is a sign of things to come.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Reddick to Tobias Harris. Driving right to the basket. And he's going to the free throw line.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
Oops, he missed the first one. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Westbrook into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. Nothing going here on that drive. Sixers able to clear the rebound. Here's Simmons with it up top. He'll run the offense. Lays it in off the alley-oop pass. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
To Westbrook. Oh, they called the foul.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here comes some changes. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with the steal.
You know, Ed,
someone's not going to be happy about that. You have to be careful on the inbounds.
That transition offense was flawless. When guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Thunder with the basketball. George. Message received. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there. Utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
To Schroeder. Goes to the left side. George, he's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off 3-point shots.
Slam dunk. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
George. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Butler to bring it up. Lead stands at 7. And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Jeremy Grant swats it. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Butler. Here's Schroeder with it. The margin standing now at 7. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Hey, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Raymond Felton trying to cash in on a 3-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. Free throw is good to finish off the three-point play. That slices the lead down to 4. To McConnell. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Probably option 3 right there in the court, but every player is a threat. No excuse for that easy bucket.
Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. The deficit is 6. TJ
Whoa! Get that out of here!
Message sent, Jay. The drive, right to the basket. Full throttle, right to the basket for the deuce.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
To Butler. A drive to the basket, but the shot won't go down. To Schroeder with a drop step. Jeremy Grant with a piece. And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Butler to McConnell. For 3. Roberson's there to get the rebound. To Schroeder. Gets it in the left corner. And the finish on the nice step through.
Yeah, I've been in this situation before. Just raise your hand. We got to switch.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. To Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
Just a tic-tac foul.
And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Westbrook into the front court. Down 4. Greg Monroe. Huge block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
And the defender over pursues, and he's called for it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
First one, count it. And gets both to drop at the line. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. TJ McConnell, like Rocky, he loves the tough situations.
Ed, when somebody's destroying you with the fundamentals of the game, we call that a clinic.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. The 76ers have the lead. The Thunder have it to start the fourth quarter, and I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
To McConnell. Embiid. And the rebound corralled by Westbrook. Markieff Morris sizing up Butler. Now a steal by Philly.
Don't play scared now. Let's push the ball. Let's get this lead up.
Nothing going here on that drive. And he finishes at the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
OKC ball. George, guarded by Jimmy Butler. Going to launch beyond the arc. That won't go. To Redick. Embiid. Lets it fly from long range. Man, that was a tough shot.
Defense, do the math. You force them to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
It's George. For two, that's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To McConnell. From long range. They'll take that any day.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Butler into the front court. It's an 11-point game. To Redick. J.J. Redick. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Now a whistle, and we're going to get a timeout from OKC as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Russell West to Paul George. Beyond the arc for 3. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Schroeder. To Westbrook. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit. To Embiid. To the rim. Lays it in with the touch off the alley-oop pass.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
George add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
To Simmons. Can't get past the defender. Oh, Ben Simmons. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First it's your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
Tobias Harris above the rim.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Finishing inside the paint on that one. The inner beast of Westbrook. Sheer determination.
I don't think anybody got the license plate on that hit and run. And there is no one, I repeat, no one in the game of basketball with the first...
Oh, and a putback.
He's a relentless scorer. It doesn't matter if you stop him once. He's going to keep coming at you time and time again.
The Thunder will use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. George, that right there, Jay, his 8th three of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
Fires the three. He has certainly been on target from downtown. He's 4 of 5 from three-point range.
Let me tell you why. He's been receiving his passes on time and on target. Give the passer some credit in this scenario as well.
George matched up with Jimmy Butler. Here comes the screen. Jimmy Butler tips it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
To Adams. Knocked loose. Sixers have it.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Oh, Ben Simmons. He's 3 for 7.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
George. Embiid with the board.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, that's a scary thing to watch.
George, that's good D. Shot no good. To Tobias Harris. Finish that. George lets it fly. Deep two there. Won't go. To McConnell. 4-3. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it. Oh, whistle.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Knocks down the first. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. J.J. Redick. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
No, great defense there, forcing the pickup. The Sixers are victorious. They've won their first NBA title since 1983. Trusting the process leads them to a championship. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers. And that does it for another NBA season. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, thanks for making us your choice for hoops action.